Hi, beautiful soul. It feels so good to have you here with me today, and we want to talk about some traits that will help you know that you are in your feminine energy. Actually, we know that your feminine energy is always there, right? Because energy cannot be destroyed, energy just transforms, right? And to know that you are in your feminine energy means that you are expressing it at a higher vibration so that you really feel vibrant, you really feel so good, you really feel so creative, right? You feel those attributes of the feminine energy that makes you so magnetic, that make you attract to you what you really want in life so fast, so quickly, that makes people be drawn to you, and especially masculine men love feminine energy women. What are some specific traits that will help you know that you are in your feminine energy? First, I will give you a list of feminine energy traits versus masculine energy traits. Playfulness and pleasure is the feminine trait versus productivity and achievement for the masculine trait. So look at this list, right? So first I say the feminine trait and then we say the masculine trait. Flow and intuition versus structure and logic. Surrender and trust versus control and discipline. Creativity and expression versus focus and execution. Receptivity and openness versus assertiveness and direction. Collaboration and connection versus independence and individuality. Feeling and sensing versus thinking and analyzing. All right, nurturing and compassion, protection and strength. Playfulness and pleasure, productivity and achievement. Softness and sensitivity, toughness and resilience. Being present, doing the actions. Emotional depth versus rational clarity. Mystery and magnetism versus transparency and directness. Adaptability and flexibility versus stability and consistency. Intuitive knowing versus logical reasoning. Synchronize with nature versus mastery over the environment. Embodied and sensuality versus mental strength and willpower. Receiving and allowing versus providing and leading. Internal reflection versus external conquest. Trusting the journey versus setting and reaching goals. Connection to the unseen versus mastery of the physical. Those are some points that I asked ChatGPT to give me the contrast between the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And you cannot really have it like black and white, right? Like talk about trusting the journey and setting your goals and reaching your goals. Well, it doesn't have to be a straight line between, okay, this is feminine because I'm just trusting my journey and I don't have goals, right? You can as well have that quality of trusting your journey while being after your goals, while achieving and reaching your goals, right? This is why it's so important to constantly be in harmony and in harmonious balance and dance and merging those different traits, right? This is when we are in our real power. That being said, let's talk about some trait that makes you instantly know that you are in your feminine energy. And when I talk about being in your feminine energy, it's like the high vibrational feminine energy, and at its highest form we will call it the divine feminine energy, right? But there is also the dark side, the dark side of the feminine energy. For example, if you are just trusting your journey, not having direction, then you might live in chaos, not having anything to guide you and just letting the day let you go, right? You might be feeling only when you want to work is one specific period in your cycle, and the rest of the time you don't want to do anything, which can be okay to do. But when you also want that consistency that is part of the masculine energy to show up for your community, then again you need to merge both your feminine energy and your masculine energy. All right, that being out of the way, let's now talk about some traits of the feminine So, feminine energy is about that deep self confidence that goes beyond how you are dressed, how your appearance is, how your skills are. That comes from your beingness, right? At a deeper level, you love yourself, you accept yourself, you embrace all parts of yourself, your shadow side, your light side, and that makes you emanate such a confidence that is so deep that people cannot help but notice it. Even if you yourself cannot see it or feel it, other people notice it, that you have something different. Because how many times do we go around thinking, I'm not this good enough in this area or in that area? That takes away something from us, right? When we tap into our feminine energy at its highest, we tend to know for sure our value, our worth, our lovability is not a question. So, because we love ourselves so deep, because we are so confident in who we are, when you love yourself so deep, you don't hide parts of yourself, right? You are just showing up exactly the way you are, and that is so magnetic because people crave more authenticity, not only on YouTube but also in real life. They can really marvel, admire, have some awe for people who can be themselves despite what everybody else can see. They dress the way they want to dress, they wear makeup if they want to wear makeup, and they don't wear makeup if they don't want to wear makeup. So it goes beyond their appearance, right? It is more like a deep, loving presence that when they enter a room, you can directly see people shift because they notice that an energy that is different from the average energy in the room just entered and is now present. The next point that I want to talk about is not needing too much validation from the outside. You see, when you are not confident in yourself, you tend to want other people to tell you that you are beautiful, that you are smart, that you are anything, right? And even when they tell you that, you still don't believe them completely. So, a beautiful trait of the feminine energy is first she give herself those things like knowing that it's called self-validation, right? Knowing that she's beautiful enough, knowing that she's more than smart enough, and all of those traits, right? And because of that, she won't necessarily do the things that she does, be it wearing beautiful stuff, dressing up, being at her top every day. She doesn't do it for the validation of other people. She does it because she enjoys it. She does it because it elevates her energy, because it elevates her, because it gives her a sense of higher self-worth. That is why she does those things. All right, the next quality that I would say that feminine energy has is a feminine energy woman or feminine energy person is being unbothered, right? Because of those attributes of the feminine energy that we were talking about, you are very intuitive when you are in your feminine energy and you have an inner knowing. So things around you, what people think about you, doesn't influence you so much, right? You tend to be more focused on what is your intuition guides you to do, right? So that is one trait of the feminine energy, that you are very intuitive, and because of that you follow that intuition, and because of that you seem unbothered by what other people are doing or are thinking about you, and you follow your inner guidance more. That doesn't mean that you become cold or that you reject other people, because one of the attributes of the feminine energy is also that wanting to connect with other people, wanting to be part of a community in some way, wanting that harmony between everybody in the community. So it's a very loving presence, a very accepting presence, a very all-encompassing presence, right? And your feminine energy make people be drawn to you, want to be around you, want to give you back, because you give also so much just by being, right? people looking at you, it charges them, because the sun, for example, the sun is actually a masculine entity, right, in some philosophies, and the moon is more like the feminine one. But when the sun is just shining bright, when you look at the sun under the clouds, because its energy can be so intense that you cannot even look at him directly, right? So with the moon, the full moon, you can really look at her, and when you take her energy, it's so refreshing, right? It gives you so much awe when you can really see the energy of the moon. But it is the same with someone who has such a high energy, high feminine energy, let's say the divine feminine energy. Your energy is so healing that even when people, this is just my notes, right? Your feminine energy is so healing at its highest vibrational that even when people see you, they get some kind of healing. It elevates their own vibration. When they talk to you, they can also get healing. And when you touch them, it is also healing, right? Because you are constantly cultivating that high vibrational energy by doing all the things that we are going to talk about as the next activity, being able to care for yourself, right? Which is a perfect segue to my next point, self-care. A feminine energy person takes care of herself. She's always put together. It doesn't necessarily mean that she always dress up or that she always put makeup, which is one of the attributes that she loves doing because it elevates her vibration, her energy. But most importantly, she loves her authentic, raw, wild self. So even when she doesn't wear makeup, even if she doesn't take a shower, she loves herself, right? And she wants to elevate her energy, so she loves pampering herself, taking those showers, taking bath, spending a lot of time with water, with herself, because water is going to be one of the elements of the feminine energy that really balance out your feminine energy and also all the energies in your body. Like if you go into nature and you were dysregulated, nature, what God does for others, He now does for me, and so much more. He now does for you, and so much more. So that is my 1414. And yeah, I use this to elevate the vibration, to remember what my goals are. God is the vision, God is the power, you are the vision. Together you are a team. So you can program that in your phone as well, every hour, or like I do, 1414, 1111, stuff like that. Sometimes it gets annoying, so that I reduce to only 1111, but this is to remind yourself about something that you are trying to manifest, for example, or to attract in your life, or in general, just a moment to say, oh, I'm so grateful for life, right? So you can also make a wish at that moment. I talk to my kids and say, hey, when is a beautiful time like that, 2 digit, like 99 or whatever, it doesn't have to be 2 digit, 9 is 09. My point is, you can make a wish, right? And this is how I am attuning them already to know that there are alignment in the universe, that there are particular times that are more full of energy than other times. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Self-care activities like meditation, prayer, going outside in nature for grounding, teaching, contributing, helping someone else. Okay, how is it self-care? Well, it can make you feel good to take care of somebody else. It can be your child, it can be your spouse, it can be a stranger outside. An act of kindness make us feel good also. So this is also self-care. And if you believe in karma, then it's you paying for what? Your karma, right? So it is a beautiful way to take care of yourself, of your energy, because when you have helped so many people already, your return, your karma will return to you at the time when you don't expect it. And if you have negative karma. If you think that you have negative karma, no problem at all. We can transcend the karma by receiving divine grace. Talking about that self-care, pampering yourself, going for walks in nature, everything that you really love doing, your hobbies, painting, doing videos like I'm doing right now, teaching courses, all those things that make you feel really high energy, really lighten up, really turn on, even having pleasure in all its form. You can choose what you want, right? And those things are really going to elevate your energy and make you so attractive for the people around you. All right, moving on to my next point. The next point that you will see in somebody emanating feminine energy is joie de vivre, lightheartedness, being so in tune with her emotions, knowing when to release her emotions, and knowing when to take time away from other people in order to get in touch with what is going on within, so that she can really be present with other people when she is in their presence, right? So a feminine energy person have that openness in mind, in heart, even in the gesture, that instead of protecting herself because she doesn't trust you, she will go more like loving, trusting every soul that she meets before that soul shows them, I'm not worth trusting, right? I'm not worth your trust. And then she can set the boundaries. Okay. And you can have degree of openness depending on the relationship, instead of coming like this, and then getting hurt and being like, oh, I need so much time to heal from this hurt. You can come like that and then open up as long as you feel like, yes, I can trust this person, right? So this is going to help you to protect your energy also, because being also too, how to call it, innocent in your way of loving can really lead to people taking advantage of you. So there is that lightheartedness mixed with your degree of maturity, right? Knowing, following your intuition to know when to run the fight or flight, to know when to follow your instinct of, oh, I need to be careful here, or your instinct of, oh, I can love fully here, right? And of course, when you have that feeling that you have to protect yourself, it is probably another layer that you need to heal, but don't let that stop you. Don't judge yourself too harshly for that. Just take it as it comes and go on that healing journey with an open heart, an open mind, open body language, like you were saying. Which is a perfect segue to my next point, which is that body language in the feminine energy, right? Okay, a confident feminine energy woman can stand with the power pose, right? You know, putting your hands on your hips like that, and shoulder back, chest in the front, head up, looking, right? And you can also make it more feminine, because this is also like combative or competitive, like when you want to be more feminine and more passive, you want the attention of your husband, for example, with this Valentine period coming. What you can really do is to relax within your body, right? Instead of having that stance, it's not relaxed. So you can shift one hip on the side and put your leg open apart, but one leg is more toward your husband, for example, or your partner. And then you can really relax in your body. What does it mean? It means that you feel safe. So if necessary, tell to yourself, I am safe, I can trust. Because then your all barriers, the walls that you subconsciously the walls that you subconsciously always have on, you can take them down. Like, okay, it's time to relax. I have my partner here. I trust him, so everything is okay. I can relax. I can trust, right? And this shifts you immediately in your feminine energy. Take a few deep breaths. You are so relaxed. You are so present. And then you can look into his eyes and knowing that you are who you are, knowing that he is who he is, and it's safe for both of you to just be who you really are. This is going to make you feel so safe, so trusting, so relaxed that you are in your masculine, that you are in your feminine energy, and he will be inspired instantly to also shift in his masculine energy. So, what happens when you have feminine energy and masculine energy? Automatically, they attract, right? They attract. And so, it will probably take you in your hands or say something like, "Are you warm enough?" Something like that to take care of you. And when that happens, don't just say, "Oh no, I'm good, I'm fine." Take it in, right? Because being able to receive is one of the beautiful quality of the feminine energy as well. So take it in. Say yes. If he wants to give you his jacket or something, a blanket, take it in. Right. Receive it. All right, what else do we have here? I wrote also things like being charismatic, standing out naturally without even trying, and also having people around you love you, and you loving people around you because that is your nature. One beautiful aspect of this is the inner work that you are doing on you, right? On your shadow side, especially because when you have part of yourself, we all have those parts that you don't fully love, then it makes you not love those parts in other people also, right? So when we don't trust somebody, there is something that we haven't accepted in ourselves that make us feel like, I don't trust this person, or I don't like this person. But if we accept that in ourselves and we like that in ourselves with inner work, like uncovering the things that we have shame about or guilt about or all the heavy emotions about, when we can do that, it helps us to love ourselves more. And what happens when we love ourselves truly, fully? It means that we love other people as well. So this is how we can be more receptive to other people, less judgmental, no matter what they have to say, right? We can really take them for who they are. And this gives us some kind of charisma because we can be around people without losing ourselves, but be so loving for ourselves and for those people. Not the kind of love where you are just people pleasing and you forget yourself, but the kind of love where you see everybody else as your equal, right? Not equal in sense of masculine, but more in the sense of your match, and trusting that you always attract people in your life who are your match or your teachers. Because when we attract people, it's also because they have something to teach us. Is it more self-confidence? Is it more speaking out? Is it more accepting some areas in your life that have been in the shadow for a long time? Understanding those things, understanding why somebody showed up in your life helps you to be more open also to always get people in and with so much love. Okay, we talk a little bit about that aspect of the shadow side of the feminine energy. Everything that you exaggerate can go on another scale, right? For example, if you exaggerate doing only what you want, and tidying up is not one of those things, for example, then your house can be in chaos and you are just enjoying your life, right? So chaos is also part of the feminine energy, but on the other spectrum, right? And another thing is that when you elevate your vibration, you start feeling the call to be more orderly, right? Because there is a divine order and people are attracted to order. So if your office is more orderly, people are drawn to come to your office, right? If your office is all over the place, then people, even if someone comes, they will be like, I don't want to stay here. Take a simple experiment. If you have kids, organize one place of the home very, very well, and you will see that everybody wants to go to that piece of the to that place where it's really organized. It feels really good to be there. So when you elevate your vibration, you will be also called to do more of the tidying up. I'm so excited because last weekend I also tidied up my closet, and this is a beautiful thing to remind yourself of all the beautiful things that you have, but also to ask yourself, do I still want to keep this piece or not? Does it spark joy, like Marie Kondo says, right? If it does, then you keep it. You are so thankful for it, and you keep it. If it doesn't, you are also so thankful, but you let it go. So when you have things around you that makes you really happy, like these fresh flowers that I have today that my husband gave me, then it makes your vibration really high, because when you look around you, you just see things that you actually love, 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 right? And it makes you feel the gratitude for what you have in life. And one thing that we so often forget is to have gratitude for ourselves. What are the things that you love about yourself? Have a specific gratitude journal if you want, or a specific space in your gratitude journal where you write those things about yourself. Maybe it's how loving you are, maybe it's your generous heart, maybe it's how you take care of your family, how nurturing you are for the people around you, or maybe it's your capacity to heal people by sharing your message and your life experiences, or like we said before, just your presence being a catalyst for healing for other people. Even when you see somebody who has that light, something that you think, oh, this is annoying, ask yourself, is it something that I really want for myself, or is it really annoying, like I don't want this, right? Because generally somebody else is expressing that so that you can recognize, oh, this is something that I love, that I would love to have also. And so you can call that in your life. Yes, I want this. It's like you have that catalog, and life shows you different facets so that you can say, okay, from the catalog, I choose to have this and I choose to have that. And for the things that you really don't want, well, it's okay. Other people can express that, and you are with your things that you really love. I need to drink something. All right, a beautiful thing that you see about people who have that feminine energy is that they are very connected to their body, right? They have that sensuality in them. You can feel their sexual energy ooze out of them without them even trying to be seductive or anything. They have that thing. And so how you can cultivate that is to be more in tune with your body, right? Like, if you love to dance, then dance more often, right? If you love to do yoga, then do yoga. If you love to pamper yourself and then oil yourself with beautiful lotions and serums and oils, then do that, and slow down when you do that, right? Know that you have all the time in the world, and just take that time to just be yourself, to just connect with your body, with all your senses. Think about your touch. Think about what you can taste, what you can hear, what you can see. Admire your body. Mirror work, naked, perfect. To get in connection with your body, and give every part of your body the power back. Love them, because society is trying to make us think that we are supposed to look all a certain way only, but that is not the case. We are so unique, and embracing what we have and who we are, that is the real secret. So no matter who you are, you can use the man-made things, right? Our masculine energy, the man-made things like push-up bras or waist trainers or whatever exists. You can use those things to enhance your appearance, because if that makes you feel confident, then it's also helping your vibration, your energy. But it shouldn't be at the cost of thinking that you are not beautiful enough without those things, right? So also have that balance about accepting your natural beauty, which is the part of the feminine energy. You see, nature or natural beauty are the attribute of our feminine energy, and man-made things like the push-up bras, the waist trainers, the push-up for our hips or our butt, right? All those are man-made, and they are just as beautiful. They tend to be in the masculine energy side, right? And use what you want. Makeup is like the masculine energy side as well, because we are doing something, but it's also our creativity, right? But embracing our natural beauty, maybe doing some clay mask, whatever resonates with you, and that is so natural, that is part of your feminine energy. So again, it's about embracing that balance and knowing what you really love, what makes you really vibrate, and making sure that you don't come from a place of fear or lack, but from a place of love. Because when you already love your raw, wild self, you can do everything that you want, right? Without it going in your subconscious mind and making you think, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not this and that enough. Because it's important to have that. Remember that feminine energy is not just about me with my beautiful makeup, with my beautiful nails, and with my stylish clothes, right? It is also about loving who I am at the core. It's the same for you. Decide to love yourself for who you are at the core. I call it your raw, wild self. Love that person, right? With all her imperfection, perceived imperfection, because those are your superpower. Love her first. And from there, you can decide to play, to have fun, to use everything that you want, your artifice, your anything, your makeup, your clothes, your push-ups, your anything. You can use them with the base that you love the way you were created. What you can change it. Like if it's skincare, you can give yourself some time for the skin to rejuvenate, but don't let that stop you, right? There are things that you can change, there are things that you cannot change. Let God give you the wisdom to understand what is changeable, what is not changeable. And our inner work shows us that even the inner programming can be changed, right? Even the limiting belief that we have inherited, we can choose to change those. So have the wisdom to understand that many things are in your power, especially your perception, your decisions, and your actions are going to be in your power. You choose the thought that you think, so choose wisely. If you want to go even deeper, I really recommend that you join my course on Divine Feminine Glow Up, or if you want to manifest and attract your dream life, then join my course, Magnetic Queen Manifestrice. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a video that I upload. Alright, until next time, stay very inspired. Bye. Love you. Mwah.